What's up, everybody? You're very welcome along to the post-match show after Aston Villa defeat the Young Reds by 5 goals to 0 to book their place in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. Look, let me start off by saying congratulations to Aston Villa, and as Connor's pointed out in the chat there, wish them very well with the rest of the tournament. For these Young Reds, there's no doubt that is a learning experience tonight and one that they'll take with them for the rest of their careers. I'm not going to be anything but positive about these guys because they're youngsters making their way in their career. It's always going to be difficult to ask when you go somewhere like Villa Park to play against a much more experienced Aston Villa team in front of a raucous home crowd. And look, I wish them all the best. And where to start with this one, ladies and gentlemen? You're not going to get any negativity at all out of me on this. I'm disappointed for those young lads because a couple of breaks in the first half went Villa's way, and it's a harsh lesson. It's a harsh lesson for those lads to learn, but they will learn from it, no doubt. Came out in the second half, put up a really good fight. Neil Critchley will have no doubt kept their spirits up in the dressing room at half time, and bar a very late Wesley goal, they would have gone through that second half and got a draw from the second half. And that's the way you've got to look at these games when you're a player. If you go in like that, we've all been, if you played the game, you've been in this position, I'm sure, at some point in your life where you're getting a hiding in the first half, and you go in and your manager says to you, look, just go out and play the second half like it's a separate game. And they did that, and they can hold their heads up high. I thought Elliott played really well. Keanu Hoover unfortunately went off with what looked like an injury to his right knee. I've no idea if he'll be okay to travel over with Elliott and Sepp Vandenberg to meet up with the rest of the first team squad. And look, I am nothing but proud of these young Reds. Nothing but proud. Brandon said I can't hear you. I must be at your end, mate, because it's working on my end. I can see the level of the audio is good, and nobody else is saying they can't hear. So Luke said Villa earned the game. Liverpool got a learning experience tonight. Indeed they did, Luke. And again, I want to just say congratulations to Aston Villa. What do I say the score is going to be tomorrow? I think I said 3-1. 3-1 or 3-0, mate, but I'm expecting us to get through. I mean, look, I'm not going to sit in here and say I know a lot about Monterrey. I don't. I know that they're currently, somebody said, 8th in their league. I know that they've, I think, won the Mexican top division 4 times. I know previously they won the CONCACAF Champions League, I think 3 years in a row. And they're back in there. They're a team that we've got to take seriously. And we can all look ahead to the final, but we've got a job to do tomorrow. And fingers crossed the lads get the job done. Audio was fine, a lot of people are saying. So maybe, I don't know, Brandon, I don't know what the issue was, but I'm glad you can hear me now, mate. As a Dutch football fan, I'm disappointed with Sepp. I think he needs to be loaned out to improve. He's got great potential. Look, it's important to remember he's only 17, and that's a baby for a centre-back. And he has some filling out to do physically as well. Whether he gets loaned out or not, I'm not sure. That's not really a decision that I can make. I know there's talk of Curtis Jones and Ryan Brewster maybe going out on loan in January, but Sepp Vandenberg looks likely to sign a new contract at the football club when he turns 18 next month. And again, it's a learning experience from him, and he's very highly thought of. The coaching staff think a lot of him. Klopp obviously thinks a lot of him, and he will have learned from it tonight. He was up against some big centre forwards there tonight as well. Roger said, good experience and lessons learned for the young Reds. No tears for the boys, said Matthias. No, I'm just immensely proud of these guys. Tom Jones said Elliott was class tonight. Lens-based media said feel so sorry for Brewster. Lad needs games. Yeah, look, it was really unfortunate that he picked up that ankle injury. He would have, this would have been a great chance for Ryan Brewster to go out there tonight along with Harvey Elliott and show what they can do. And he'll get his opportunities. They'll come for Ryan Brewster. Whether he goes out on loan and gets them or whether he stays at the club, his future is very bright, as is Harvey Elliott's. I thought he was sensational tonight. Lols Beeb said, had Curtis Jones, Brewster, Neco Williams and Larouci, we would have won. Well, we certainly would have. I mean, that scoreline, I don't want to sound like a twat on here, but I don't think the scoreline truly reflected the game. But that doesn't matter. Villa fans won't care about that one job, and why should they? They've got their result tonight, and they're through to the semis, and I wish them well. But for those young Reds, it's important that they remember they went toe-to-toe there tonight with that Villa team and had many opportunities. Their keeper made some good saves, and they will learn from it. And look, I'm just going to stay positive because it's impossible to be negative about young players. They're learning. I mean, I can't even imagine being out there at 17 or 18 years of age playing at the level that those guys were playing at. So you're not going to get any negatives from me at all tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing but respect to those young Reds. Already beat Villa in the league, said Nathan Wright. We had chances, said Project Zorgo. We did. We had loads of chances, mate. Actually, I believe maybe even more than Villa for attempts on goal. Villa's keeper made some good saves. Kelleher made some good saves for us as well. But look, it's a learning experience. That's all we can say from it. Roger said Sepp Vandenberg needs more exposure and more games. The scoreline hurts, but we gain lots of experience, said Louis. Khalil said, loved the fact that they played with a lot of heart and passion despite the scoreline. And they didn't give up, mate. And that is what this football club is all about. You play to the last whistle. You never let your head drop. You never give up. You keep going. The travelling Coppers always were right behind them, and I expect nothing less because they're the best fans in the world. And yeah, it is just one of those things. I mean, the scoreline will hurt, and it will hurt for those youngsters. But, I mean, Neil Critzy will be in there now telling them the positives, and rightly so, and telling them what they did right. And look, they can be proud of themselves. It is what it is. The future is bright for Liverpool, said Game and Kurt 234. Sean Feehan said yes. I don't know what. I think that might be in relation to his Liverpool knocked out now. I think somebody said that. Brilliant performance from Herbie Kane, said Alex Meany. Absolutely. He was available, showed all the time, was popping up all over the pitch. Yeah, he had a very good performance, and unlucky not to get himself a goal as well, Alex. That was our B team, said James Hardy. It was basically a mixture of our under 18s and under 21s, mate. Harvey Elliott was class, said Charlie Martins. I agree, Charlie. All the boys need to do is keep their heads high, said Louis. Could have been 2-2. Nobody would have argued with it, said Ferdy Stevenson. Yeah, we were. It sounds petty to say this, but I'm trying to be protective of the youngsters as well. They were a little bit unfortunate in that first half. I mean, the Conor Hurahan free kick was really good, put into a very dangerous area. Nothing Queevy and Kelleher could do about that when the forward threw a leg at it. The other goal was deflected. It was really unfortunate. It looped over Queevy and Kelleher's head. And then there was some good finishing as well from Codget, and you got to give credit to Villa. We must sign Sancho in the summer. Why? Because of, how can that game, Shay, influence signing Sancho in the summer, or any need to sign Sancho in the summer? Now, I'm not saying I wouldn't welcome in Sancho, but that game shouldn't make any difference to whether we sign Sancho in the summer or not. We've got Minamino coming in. Hopefully in January, barring his medical, showing up something that it probably won't. I mean, should be all fine. And yeah, he'll give us more impetus going forward as well, more options for the manager. Big man Steve said Elliott is so good. It's scary to think how good he is at such a young age. Charlie Martin said Harvey Elliott is 16. He's a joke considering how young he is. I know you mean that in a positive way, Charlie. It is crazy how good he is for that age, and you can see why the club wanted to sign him, and him being a red obviously helped that as well. Not a bad thing to be out of the League Cup with our fixture list, said Liam. I mean, yeah, if you're to try and take positives from it, Liam, that's a very good one. At least the fixture pile-up will be calmed down a little bit now. Can Connor please do that for Ireland, said Alex Meany. I don't know. Oh, in goal. I mean, with Kelleher. Yeah, look, the future is bright for Queevy and Kelleher as well. I don't know what the future will entail for him, whether he'll ever get a chance to break through at Liverpool, or maybe he'll go out on loan or something. I don't know. What else we got? Them naughty, sexy flicks and balls through from Elliott or almost got a goal at the end. Yeah, it was brilliant, mate. It was lovely to watch him. Klopp is a legend, said James Hardy. Indeed he is. Craig Minamoto will wear number 18. Thank you for that, Scotty. Really appreciate the input. That game doesn't make any difference, just that he's so good and turned it up at Dortmund. Yeah, I agree with you, Shay. He's a great player. And there's many clubs chasing the signature. And it does look like he'll leave Dortmund. I don't know when, buddy. And I don't know who to. But whoever gets him is going to get a great player. There's no doubt about that. Connor said he did well. Put some respect on my name. Made some good saves. You did, Connor. You made some great saves, mate. Brewster could have done some damage if he wasn't out, said Louis. Yeah, again, it's really unfortunate for young Ryan that he didn't get a chance tonight to show what he could do. An ankle injury kept him out of the game. Billy Lar said, Dog, tricky semi-final in January. Don't need that. Our ultimate goal this season. Our ultimate goal, mate, as you rightly pointed out, is to win the Premier League. It's been too long since this football club won the top division of English football. So, yeah, that has to be our number one priority. What else we got? How old is Vandenberg? He's 17. He turns 18 next month, Chaz. Elliot on the right and Minamino on the left looks good, said Naeem. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, mate. Apologies if I'm not. Come on, we're top, said James Hardy. Exactly, mate. There's nothing but positives to take from this season. I mean, the position we were in as a club, we had a difficult decision to make. We had the Club World Cup going on, and we had to make a decision about whether we completely just jib off the League Cup. And they came to the decision that we will play our youngsters and concentrate on the Club World Cup. That was a decision that the club made. I think it was the right decision. I respect what the club did. And I respect the performance of those young kids tonight. It's nothing but positives going to come from me. I can only imagine what must be going through those kids' heads, but I know that all Liverpool fans, most sensible Liverpool fans, are right behind them and understand that that was a learning process for those guys tonight. Is Minamino a winger or attacking midfielder? Both is actually the answer, mate. When I've researched on it, I've got both answers. I've got a forward and I've got an attacking midfielder. So I would go with both, Shay. Who played the best and the worst? Harvey Elliott probably stand out. Herbie Kane played really well. Keanu Hoover did well on the right hand side. Chirivella did quite well. Kane and Chirivella were always available for the ball in midfield. I'm not going to go into who played worse because I don't think that's a fair thing to say. 1833 said lol, go on the Villa. Fair play to them. Congratulations to them on winning tonight. Gallagher was very good at left back, Alex. Yep, that's a good shout as well. Nathan Heaver said I predicted just 3-0 but I was wrong. Neil out, said Samir. I know you're only joking, mate. Elliot deserves Premier League game time, said Kigby. I don't think he'll be too far off, mate. I really don't. He's a quality footballer. Pedro Chirivella was the best for Flandy. It's a good shout, mate. He was very good. Nathan Wright said Villa were lucky. Look, they were lucky in some circumstances, but Villa deserved their win tonight, and congratulations to them. Villa Till I Die said fair play, made it tough, only positives to take. Exactly, mate, and thank you for popping in. Very kind of you. And as I said earlier on, I wish you guys every success with the rest of the tournament, and it's great to have Villa back in the Premier League. I sincerely mean that. James Hardy said, come on, cheer up, this is not our cup, the league is ours. Exactly. There's plenty of positives for us to take as Liverpool fans. Did Curtis Jones not start? No, he's over in Doha with the first team getting ready for the Club World Cup. Vandenberg was poor, but it's a learning process, said Alex Meany. Wanted all the cups, but this stupid, useless energy drink cup. Good run for the kids. Should be banned. There is talk about the future of the League Cup. Rick Parry was talking about it in an interview. I don't know what the future holds for the League Cup. I know other leagues have dropped the third cup competition. Whether it'll ever be done in the Premier or in the English League or not, I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. What if you don't win the league? Why even think about that? I mean, we're trying to stay positive. We're a very positive club. We're 10 points clear of Leicester in the league, 14 clear of Manchester City. Have played 17 games, won 16 and drawn 1. If we don't win the league, there's no doubt, Nathan, it'll be a massive kick in the nuts, mate, but it's looking pretty good, let's be fair. Or the Club World Cup. Whatever happens. We'll move on. If we don't win the Club World Cup, we don't win the Club World Cup. It's all about the Premier League. All my eggs are well and truly in that Premier League basket. Curtis Jones making some good progress. He's a fantastic footballer. He really is. It's a great shout, Chaz. They need to drop the two-leg semi-final, said City. I think there is some conversations about that one. Brian Morrissey said Rick Parry. Yeah, Rick Parry is involved with the Football League now, mate. Really enjoyed the crazy 5-5 draw against Arsenal, said Eden Wolf. That was an amazing. That was probably game of the tournament so far. It's Merck, excuse me, said Herbie Kane was the worst player on the pitch. He was atrocious. Do you know anything about football? Honestly, that's a horrendous comment to make. Herbie Kane was brilliant tonight. Very unlucky not to get a goal. Popped up all over the pitch. And I suggest to you, Merck, that you know nothing about the game if you think that Herbie Kane was atrocious tonight. He was fantastic. Fantastic. And he should hold his head up. And opinions like that, mate, and you are fully entitled to your opinion as a fan, but I disagree with it a lot. Yeah, but there you go. You're entitled to your opinion. I just hope that the players don't hear it. They should make a new cup called the Jingjong Cup Barigi or something. I don't know, Alex, what we're going with there. What's the point? Look, let's not get too down on the League Cup. It's a competition. It's one that we usually use to play the kids in, and they will have gained some invaluable experience tonight. Alan Riley said, I'm still proud of our young Reds. Sometimes getting experience isn't always about winning. Very well said, Alan. Kelleher put a shift in, needs to work on his 1v1s. Look, he made some good saves tonight and he was beaten with some strikes as well. No better person to learn off in training week in and week out than Alisson Becker as well. So no doubt he'll continue to progress. Am I mad about losing 5-0? No. No matter what happened there tonight, I just wanted those kids to go out and give a good account of themselves. And look, the scoreline shows that we were beaten quite heavily, but I thought they put in a good shift. I thought they created plenty of opportunities. I thought we were a little bit naive at times, but you have to expect that from a young team. And yeah, look, you're not going to get any negativity out of me at all tonight. I'm proud of those youngsters. Oksana said I was cheering them on like they were my kids and I'm 20. Honestly, held their own. Very impressed with Elliott and Hoover. Great comment. Thank you very much. Chris Bowen said, considering Liverpool are in such good form, why not take everything they can? They're too good for an energy drink cup. Do you not understand the situation, Chris? This was thrust upon us by us being in the Club World Cup. The scheduling on behalf of the English League was shocking. They didn't look after Liverpool or whoever had won it. If it had been City that won the Champions League, if it had been fucking Chelsea that won it, it doesn't matter who won it. The fact that Liverpool won it is almost irrelevant here. But the scheduling was terrible and we had no option. The option was either to jib this tournament completely and go and concentrate in the Club World Cup, which you've kind of got to do with FIFA, and the fact that we've never won the Club World Cup. It's a major tournament, whether you agree with that or not. And we'd no choice. What were we supposed to do? We had 2 games scheduled over 24 hours. They had no choice but to play the youngsters tonight. So, I mean, the club did everything that they could. Hope the kids can beat Everton in the FA Cup. Yeah, I'm very interested to see actually what team we go with in the FA Cup. I think probably a mixture. Aki, Verratti and Brandt succeeding Lovren, Milner, Lallana. Well, Julian Brandt just signed for Dortmund, so he probably won't be going anywhere anytime soon. Marco Verratti, look, I'm a massive fan of his as a player. Can be a little bit too injury prone at times. Harvey Elliott was excellent, said Kamal. Hope the kids can beat Everton. We've done that one. What time's the game on the UK tomorrow? It said TR Gaming. A 5:30pm kickoff, mate, tomorrow for that one. 5:30pm. Couldn't watch the game, but hope the fans clapped them up. They did. The away fans were singing right to the end, mate. As always, best fans in the world. Lols Beebs, I would love to make a preview with you via Skype or something. Never say never, mate. Someday maybe. At least we played it unlike United, who've been the FA Cup, said Billy. Yeah, look, they came to an agreement with the FA on what the best thing they could do was, and that was the best that they could do. Honestly think that every player in the Liverpool has talent no matter what age, said Louis. I agree. Let Villa enjoy their moment in the sun. Exactly. Look, congratulations to Villa. Whatever we say tonight, Villa got the job done. Villa are into the semi-finals. Best of luck to them the rest of the tournament. No bitterness coming from me here whatsoever. It's Merck said Shane Brewster was injured. We needed his physicality up top and Longstaff was bullied. Well, look, Brewster is hardly going to be much more of a physical specimen than Longstaff, to be fair, but he's a little bit more sharp, a little bit more further along in his development, and it would have been great to see him tonight, and it's unfortunately had that ankle injury. Who do you think will win the Europa League? The answer is I honestly don't know, because I can't remember every team that dropped out of the Champions League. I mean, the English clubs are dominating in Europe, so you've got to imagine that they'll go far. I'd love to see Wolves go all the way. I know it's maybe unlikely, but I really would love to see them do well. Brian said, congratulations to Villa, the club of Paul McGrath. Exactly, Irish legend. Should buy Sterling and sell him for double to Nathan Wright. Lols Beeb said, alright Craig, peace. Same to you, mate. Harvey's face a full time broke my heart, said Flandy. It was tough to see him upset, but again, he'll learn from it. He'll move on. Villa Park isn't an easy place to go. Hostile atmosphere. Your kids should keep their head up high, said Boya. Thank you, mate. And I agree. And it was always going to be a difficult night for them tonight, but I thought they acquitted themselves rather well. Am I the only one waiting for Minamino? I've never been so happy about signing since Andy Carroll. Look, it's great. It's a great piece of business. 7.25 million. His release clause will prove to be a bargain, an absolute bargain. Villa deserved to win the cup after that performance, said Luke. I want Wolves to win it, said Cameron. Feel sorry for Elliott, said Captain Clun. Yeah, it was heartbreaking to see him upset like that at the end. If only Klopp was there to give him a Klopp hug, but I'm sure when he goes over and meets up with the rest of the guys in Doha, Klopp will be there to console him and congratulate him on a good performance. We're after a new French left back. I think, Neil, from what I read, we're very close. Now, this is just paper talk. We're very close to signing Coventry's young left back. I think he's 19 years of age. I don't know too much about him. I just remember reading an article about it in the last couple of days. Score predictions for tomorrow, ask Arlo. I'm going for a 3-1 or 3-0 win for the Reds, but I just want us to get through it. I'd be interested to see how strong Kloppo goes tomorrow with another game coming up on Saturday. I think you might see, I won't say a weakened team, but you might see a couple of the big boys on the bench just in case it's not going our way. Kamal said Liverpool win the Champions League again 7 times. Manchester City will never win the Champions League. Well, the Champions League last 16 draw did put up some really good fixtures actually. Real against Manchester City is going to be good over 2 legs. Dortmund against PSG is going to be good. Liverpool against Atletico is going to be good over 2 legs as well. Spurs Leipzig is a very interesting set of games. What are the chances all our lads are surprised in the dressing room with tickets to Doha? I don't know, Andrew, mate. I mean, I don't even know. They probably have fixtures coming up that they have to fulfill as well. So, look, it's supposed to be Sepp Vandenberg, Harvey Elliott and Keanu Hoover that are supposed to be heading over there. With Keanu Hoover's injury, I don't know how serious that is. Are you team of loads of potential? Said Louis. Boya said, gonna head off, get an early night, late finish. Thank you as always, mate. And look, ladies and gents, if you can see Leicester City FC Boya in the chat there, he's a good friend of our channel. He's a great YouTuber, runs a Leicester City channel. If you haven't subscribed to Anthony, go over there, hit that subscribe button. He's on the road to 2K and he's always got our backing, mate. It's always a pleasure, Anthony. I'll chat to you soon. Curtis Jones should be sold. Why? Curtis Jones is a fucking baller. Why would you sell Jones? 18 years of age and the dude is absolutely class. Nah, not a chance I'd sell Curtis Jones. He has a future at this football club without a shadow of a doubt. 2 million? Mate, his right toe is worth more than 2 million. Have you ever seen Curtis Jones play? Curtis Jones is absolutely phenomenal. And if you say he's not that good, you know nothing about the game in my opinion, mate. Anybody who's anybody thinks Curtis Jones is quality. Curtis Jones is over in Doha, Billy, mate. That is a ridiculous thing to say. Curtis Jones is an unbelievable footballer. Unbelievable. 18 years of age, the dude is a quality midfielder. What's the name of Boya's channel? It's LCFC Boya, mate. Just LCFC Boya. That's a really strange comment, Nathan. He's really good, mate. What are my thoughts on Minamino? Jolie's one of those signings, much like Fabinho, that I hadn't really given any thought to, but when I heard the names, when I heard the name be linked to the club, I just thought, oh yeah, that makes loads of sense. Yeah, I think it's a great piece of business. Curtis Jones should be sold. Chiravella is better. He isn't. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, Nathan, but I disagree with you on this one a lot, mate. Curtis Jones is a wonderful footballer who oozes class. Mal Content said Jones is the second best scouser in our team. Yeah, obviously it's going to take a lot to move Trent out of that position, but I'm really, that's very strange. Curtis Jones is a wonderful footballer. That's an odd comment, mate. Kane said Curtis Jones, that goal against Napoli, he's a baller. He's a real baller, Jones. Reactor Sincere said, Craig, I'm saddened about the result. It was expected. I'm proud of the young lads, especially Harvey Elliott. He'd be amazing in the next few years. Before I forget, Villa celebrating was the look. I get where you're coming from, but Villa are perfectly entitled to celebrate. I mean, they were in the Championship last year. They got promotion. Club's on the up and up. They got themselves into a semi-final. Look, they're entitled to celebrate. I won't hold that against them personally. What have we got? Jones is the future, said Brian. It's a very strange comment, Nathan. And look, you're usually. And I don't mean to, I'm not having a go at you, Nathan. You're a valued member of our family on here, buddy. But look, Curtis Jones is a good footballer, buddy. Harvey Elliott's amazing. He's going to be unbelievable. 16 years of age to be as good as he is. The future's really bright for him. But I think those Curtis Jones comments might come back to haunt you a little bit, buddy. But look, we all see things differently and you're fully entitled to your opinion. The Honorary Scouser said, likely Chiravella will go to Doha due to injury. Yeah, could well do. Curtis Jones is the next Arnold, said Kieran Carter. Elliot looks a player, said Van Dijk. Billy Forever reckons Herbie Kane man of the match. I thought he put in a very good shift, mate. 4 words to describe Liverpool v Barca. Best Liverpool game ever. I mean, sorry I can't be more creative, Joel. But kind of put me on the spot a little bit, buddy. Craig, can you please give a shout out to Jack and Matt in South Australia, staying cool in the heat. Love your channel, mate. It's my pleasure, mate. And to you and Matt, I think you are Jack because you're called Scouser Jack. To yourself and Matt in South Australia, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. And I'm so jealous that you guys are in the summer over there now when it's freezing over here in Ireland. But again, mate, love and support. Thank you so much. Do you think we'll win the league, said Van Dijk? Yes, mate. I'm not arrogant enough to say it's nailed on, but we're doing a pretty good job of it at the minute. Vandenberg struggled a bit today, said Rabadan. Thank you for the super chat, mate. Yeah, it wasn't his greatest game. I thought he could have been goal side for one of Codge's goals. I can't remember which one it was. He scored a hat-trick, so struggling to remember which one it was. But he's 17 years of age. Centre-back is a position that's... You need calmness, you need experience. But the only way he's going to get that experience is by learning from situations like tonight, and I've no doubt that he will. But yeah, look, it wasn't his best performance, but he will learn from it, and he'll be shown how to improve, and he'll become a wonderful footballer. I'm just going to be positive about it. Samir said he's going to Tunisia on Thursday. Have a wonderful time, my friend. I've never been to Tunisia, but I probably will. My parents-in-law have been there before, but have a wonderful trip, my friend. Do you think many fans have travelled to Doha? I think 1,000 is the number. I think they're expecting 7,000 Liverpool fans inside the stadium, the Honorary Scouser. 1,000, I believe, travelling from the UK. And I think 6,000 coming in from different parts of the world, basically. And some locals, obviously, as well. Corner taken quickly, Origi. Gerps, that always makes me smile, mate. I will never get tired of reading those words. Van Dijk said, hope Villa win the cup. TR Gaming said, if they paired Vandenberg and Van Dijk in a cup game, he would grow in confidence. Exactly, mate. That's a very good point. And Van Dijk would have talked him through the game as well. Craig, mate, I want that gold badge. Kane, I'm right with you, buddy. Yeah, having that gold badge on our shirt for a year would be great, wouldn't it? I'd probably even have to go and treat myself to a new shirt with the World Club Cup badge on it, should we win the tournament. Herbie Kane could have had a hat-trick, said Matthew Furlong. Yeah, he was really unlucky not to get his name on the score sheet tonight. Ladies and gents, we're only 7 or 8 subscribers away from getting to 29,400. If you're enjoying the stream and you haven't yet subscribed, please take a second, hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on. We will be covering a watch-along of the game tomorrow against Monterrey as well, starting from 5 p.m. I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know what 11 to expect from Kloppo, but... yeah, I'm excited about it. My phone's lighting up like a Christmas tree here beside me as well. Alex said, what's your opinion on Brexit? I mean, I'm Irish, mate, and I don't really have a right to give an opinion on a British thing. It does affect our country a little bit, but look, at this point it looks like they just want to get on with it and get it done, and I just hope everybody's okay. I just wish prosperity, love and peace on everybody, mate, and whatever happens, happens. I mean... where Ireland are staying in Europe, and I'm quite happy to be there. So look, yeah, I don't really have an opinion on it, mate. It's not really my place to give one. I love your enthusiastic mentality, said Young Dills. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. I'm a little bit more of a different animal when it comes to the first team, and particularly with referees. But look, tonight was one we always had to stay positive about. If it wasn't for the Villa keeper, Liverpool would have scored a couple of goals tonight, said Van Dijk. Yeah, he made some really good saves. Lee said, if you could have any player in the Premier League for free, who would it be? De Bruyne, Sané. Yeah, probably De Bruyne. Quickly followed by Leroy Sané. I know he's been out injured, but I really do rate Sané as a footballer. Is this the doll? Not quite, Leroy. Not quite, mate. God, yeah. Imagine me in the doll. That would be funny. What's the best tips for betting tomorrow? Mate, I'll leave that to you. I don't want to give out betting tips on the channel. It's not what I do. If you have a flutter, then I wish you the best of luck with it, and I hope it comes in. Young Dill said, totally agree, the young lads deserve the goal at least tonight. Josh Gavin said, it's okay we lost because we're going to slap the Club World Cup tomorrow. I love the positivity, mate. Kieran Carter said, I think we'll win the treble, World Club Cup, Premier League and the Champions League. It is important to remember, if Liverpool do go on to win the Club World Cup, and we've got 2 games to get through first, we will be the first English club to ever hold the Champions League, the Super Club and the World Club Cup simultaneously, which is lovely. It'll be our first time winning it as well, so fingers crossed. Got to get through tomorrow's semi-final first. Son is a great shout as well, for those mentioning Son. I absolutely love him as a player, and he would slot into this Liverpool team wonderfully. Yeah, Sean's a great show. Brian Morrissey would be decent. Brian Morrissey said Aguero would be decent. He's getting on a little bit, but the man knows where the goal is. I mean, he's a wonderful centre forward. Flamingo won against Al Hilal today. Yep, 3-1, I believe, mate, and congratulations to them. They're awaiting the winner of tomorrow's semi-final. It's Monterrey tomorrow, Alex, mate. Monterrey, the Mexican champions, the winner of the CONCACAF Champions League, and Flamenco, obviously winner of the Copa Libertadores, are awaiting in the final. 2020 feels like a year of prosperity for Liverpool. I love it. I love the positivity. Also, Craig, watching since the 1-0 Origi winner, and you've helped me with mental health problems, so thank you so much. Josh, I'm glad to hear that things are on a better path for you, mate. Love to you. I'm glad you're enjoying the content, buddy, and if we have helped in any small, tiny little way, that's beautiful to hear. And have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas, Josh, my friend. Blue said, nobody played bad. What other top team would have put teenagers out in the quarter-final? This was more positives than not. Fully agree with that one. Do you think the Premier League needs a winter break? We kind of have one, Eugene. The way it's structured now, mate. Teams get a week off, but they structure it so half the teams play 1 week, then they get a week off, and the other half the teams play the other week. So there is somewhat of a break, but I get where you're coming from. It just doesn't look like the fixture pile-up would allow it. We bought a better player than Son for 7.25 million. Look, Minamino's going to be an absolute belter, mate, and the fee is ridiculously good, but that was his release clause, and if he comes in and he still has a medical to pass, he'll be a great player for this club. And yeah, it was interesting to read that the players were really impressed by him over the 2 games as well, and we're talking about him at Melwood. And again, loads of love for Josh in the chat, which is why I love our subscribers so much. They look out for each other, and yeah, as I said, I just echo everyone's sentiments towards Josh. Alex, my pleasure, buddy. Can Liverpool stay unbeaten this season? It's a big ask, and you know what, I would, if you were to offer me go unbeaten or break 101 points, I would rather break the 101 points personally. Forget winning the treble, we can just win them all, said Louis. Craig, in my honest opinion, this channel deserves more than 29k. Thank you, mate. We're only going about 20 months now, something like that. And look, we're grateful to have as many subscribers as we have, and if we keep growing, that's brilliant. But it's just fun to be on here chatting about Liverpool with other Liverpool fans, mate, and I don't take it for granted. I appreciate every single person that gives us their time, their comments. Yeah, just very humbled, mate, and very grateful to be here. But with that in mind, as I said, we are very, very close to ticking over another 100. So if you haven't yet subscribed, just take a sec, hit that subscribe button, and we could perhaps be at 30k by the end of this week, because we've 2 more games to go. So fingers crossed. Camsy Boy said the one person I'd sign is Maddison from Leicester City. He's a baller, mate, no doubt about it. Harvey Elliott, man of the match for FaZe Lings. Ibrahim said, Craig, who do you think the Liverpool team will become world class? I think Gomez and Harvey Elliott and Hoover. I agree with pretty much everything that you've said there, Ibrahim. Is there anybody else I would add to that? Vandenberg, I know he had a bit of a rocky night tonight, but he's very highly thought of, and I think he'll progress through as well. Yeah, everybody else, I mean, they'll all go on to have good careers, but how far they can go, I guess only time will tell. It's very difficult for youngsters to break through these days because the level is so high in the Premier League. Louis, talk to you soon, my friend. Have a lovely day. Young Dale said 30k before the final. Maybe during, if we get to the final. Maybe that's our best hope, is during the final. Let's see, we've a game tomorrow, so if we picked up 300 subscribers on that, which is probably about our average, That would bring us through to around 29-7. So yeah, you'd hope in the final we could tick over. Craig, you're an inspiration, mate. Look, I've gained as much from being on here, mate, with regards to support, love, and confidence. So if I've inspired anybody in any small way, that's a very lovely thing to hear. But you guys have given as much back to us as we've given to you guys. Be assured of that one. I'd love to see Son in Liverpool shirts at Patbot. You watched the darts, mate. One of the women's. She got through, did she? I'd seen she was a set down, mate. But yeah, I do watch the darts. Just obviously with the watch along tonight, I couldn't do it. But yeah, massive fan of the darts, mate. It's not Christmas without the darts, is it? Craig, if it comes our first loss in the Premier League, do you want to be defeated by, and who would you want it to be? I'd rather lose to somebody in the bottom half of the table if we were to lose than, say, lose to Leicester on Boxing Day. I'm intrigued to see if we lose a game what the reaction will be like, because no doubt opposition fans will pile in and try and make it more than it is. I always forget to like the stream, said Brian, every time, even now. You're usually busy doing other stuff, mate, to be fair, working your backside off. Yourself and John there kicking out trolls, and I appreciate so much the work that you guys did tonight again, especially. Thank you so much. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave it there. I will be back tomorrow at 5 o'clock for a watch along of the World Club Cup semi-final. The Reds taking on Monterrey of Mexico. Flamenco await the winners in the final on Saturday. I hope you can join us for that one. Thank you so much again, and congratulations to Villa on their win tonight. Don't let that scoreline get you down. Those young Reds learned a lot tonight. And look, hit that subscribe button before you head off. Give us a thumbs up, and I will chat to you wonderful people tomorrow. Up the motherfucking Reds.